most spectacular one-punch set of Manny Pacquiao's.
And you may hear it. Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
Guys, there's nothing like boxing, and there are no athletes like fighters.
Struggling to get to his feet. Makes another right. Burns in deep trouble again. Burns is down. Burns is down.
You know, you create a fight, I guess, but the next time I've been enough.
Good morning, fight fans. How y'all doing today? I'm your boy, the Boxing Jedi, Jake Gatto, and I'm here to just shed a little bit more force knowledge with you guys because I really couldn't sleep over this because this is getting more fishier and more fishier. Anybody that was going to actually tell the truth, the time is running very short for you motherfuckers. Okay, I will repeat it again. Al Heyman, PBC, Errol Spence Jr., your time is running very, very short with us fucking boxing fans. The time for you to show proof, besides fucking IVs, that just lead us to Errol Spence Jr. gaining a TUE for some fucking reason. I don't know. That's just where my mind went on Ring IQ's live yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So basically what I'm getting at here is your time, PBC, is running very short. And the patience of the fight fans are running very fucking short. Okay? Before this September 21st fucking date, we better see proofs of Errol Spence Jr.'s supposed torn fucking retina. That is coming from the boxing world, son. It is coming from us fucking fight fans. You motherfuckers act like we didn't see this coming. Well, some of y'all didn't. I fucking saw this coming. What's up, Transcendent Sports? How you doing, my brother? Good morning to you. I'm just gonna put it like this, ladies and gentlemen. PBC's full of shit. Al Heyman full of shit. And Errol Spence Jr. is full of shit. Until they prove me fucking wrong. Until they prove you fucking wrong. You see, I was the first one out here that came up with this WBC, this has been planned conspiracy. A lot of people looked at it and then they looked the other way because they got excited over the fights. Okay, I can understand that. Distractions. But see, I have a duty and I have a responsibility to the fight fans because this is why I opened up, to speak boxing opinion, to speak boxing truths. So now that I'm on here strongly, standing on 10 toes and 10 fucking fingers and my fucking soul to say that PBC is planning a robbery on Manny Pacquiao. What's going on, Salty Vet? No doubt, brother. Put the link up if you can. Transcendent Sports says everyone wanted to see Pac's shoulder injury. When Spence got it, no one's willing to see the proof. Exactly. This is what I'm saying. So PBC, your time is running short. No doubt, Keon. No doubt, Chen Smoke. What's going on? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Now, let me switch into my Bruce Wayne mind mode here and tell you how I dug this up, because I was the only one that said this. I was the only one that said that the WBA and Ugas was going to be thrown into this. You got two PBC fighters receiving almost the same fucking injury in the same weight class, opposite of each other. Meaning Manny Pacquiao was supposed to fight Errol Spence Jr. He got a torn retina. Then the opponent for Ugas, Fabian Maidana, supposedly got almost the same thing with a cut over his eye. Right. What's up, Johnny Gonzalez? Where is the proof to Fabian Maidana's fucking injury? And where is the proof of Errol Spence Jr.'s fucking injury and surgery? What's up, D. Douglas? What's going on, brother? Now, I had told you that these guys were going to throw this into the way. I didn't know exactly how, but I knew that this was going to happen. So this is what they did. Let me rewind it for you guys. It first started when they stripped Manny. A week later, Manny says, I'm getting a fight. So the WBA decides to give fucking Yordanis fucking Ugas. And what's up with these fucking names, bro? Yordanis Ugas, motherfucking Yoriokis. Those are Dominican chicks' names, bro. Fuck is going on with these fucking names? What's up, Slugger Sam? But let me get back to the not the conspiracy, the fucking truth. So basically, because even Ring IQ couldn't even believe. He was like, "Oh shit, I never thought it. Nobody thought it. This is why I brought it up. This is exactly what's going on." So they strip Manny Pacquiao. They give the title to Ugas, a motherfucker who don't deserve it. A week later, Manny Pacquiao says he's fighting. They put Manny Pacquiao in champion in recess. This is why it makes no sense for a champion in recess to be fighting for his fucking title again. But so they announced the Pacquiao fight. I had said that PBC, what's going on, Don Ramon? What's going on, Wizard Sleeve? What's going on? So I had told you guys that the PBC, they like fucking playing chips. Right now, they are holding 3 titles in the welterweight division. These guys knew from the jump, we got to take a look at Errol Spence and what he's doing, and if he, right? So now that they saw that Errol Spence Jr. Was not going to meet Manny Pacquiao, the Grandmaster, this is why they had that little insurance policy. So now this excuse, and I'm going to keep calling it an excuse. I don't care if you're a Spence fanboy, bro. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Until this motherfucker shows proof, just like y'all wanted to see Manny's proof of injury, just like y'all wanted to see fucking Loma's proof of injury, right? We want to see this on both these motherfuckers. On Fabian Maidana and on Errol Spence Jr. No more tweets unless they're fucking pictures tweeting the operations or injuries. So these guys know that Errol Spence Jr. was basically damaged goods, like Wizardsley says. So they fucking conjured something up. So if Manny Pacquiao would have beaten Errol Spence Jr., he definitely would have had an on-the-way-out fight to try to unify with Terrence Bud Crawford, leaving the comeback fight for Errol Spence Jr. to beat Ugas to gain a title, the last chip that would have belonged to PBC, in order to block unifications, simply because PBC announced, not just too long ago, that they will not try to unify with any other promotions besides fighters from PBC. So they were ready to lose their playing chips, and they saw this. So now they think that they're going to throw Manny Pacquiao in there with Ugas, last 12 rounds, and give him the Jeff Horn and the Bradley. Right? This is what so they can have 3 titles in their stable so they can continue to keep doing what the fuck they're doing. They don't give a fuck about, look, and I respect what's going on, Dolomite, Carlos Mendoza, what's going on. Look, I can respect the guys that are on the political side, you know what I'm saying, of the boxing ring, where they know the pay-per-views, because they're even trying to tie this up with the Canelo shit. But Canelo was smart. He knew that they was going to try to fucking lock him in with this bullshit. This is why Canelo, you've seen this. Manny Pacquiao didn't see this. I told Manny Pacquiao a long time ago, stop chasing that faggot Floyd. He never should have signed to PBC. He should have stuck with Bob Arum, because none of this would have happened. But Manny's a grown man. It's his fucking money. Nobody here is pocket watching. It's his decision. So now that they've done this, and the last playing chip would have been the WBA, they decided to switch it up. Lou, your fucking father's a fag. All right? You're just mad. You're just mad, Lou. Lou is a fucking faggot. And obviously you're retarded, and your mother is probably your father's sister. Because obviously you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This is not a political stream, you fucking faggot. Get the fuck up on out of here. My apologies, guys. My apologies. So, this is exactly what's going on now. So now Ugas' opponent has cuts over the eye or some shit. And Errol Spence Jr. supposedly has a torn retina. It's fucking ridiculous. And I'm also going as far as to say this. Because I hear a lot of this. Oh, this could have stemmed up from. So that means that Errol Spence Jr. was not medically cleared then, right? If we're gonna talk this, what's up, bacon and eggs? What up, the man is still Khalil? What's going on, my man, Mr. T? So this is what's happening here. Let's see. What's up, George? What's going on, brother? Exactly. Appreciate him while he's still here. Don Ramon says, I tune in for a little on ABC channel, and the sucker refused to talk about the Errol Spence situation, but still crying about Fury's situation. Yeah, of course. You're gonna get that truth, son. What's going on? My man, TJ Carr, what's going on, gentlemen? Slugger Sam says, Jedi, I can't stress how annoyed I am this year. All the good fights are getting canceled. This is not a good year for boxing. Oh, no. And I'm going to get even more into that, my friend. But I'm going to go as far as to what my man Wizard Sleeve says, right? He's damaged goods. Because even if you want to throw in the card that he was not medically cleared, then that means that PBC was fucking gambling with fucking Errol Spence Jr.'s life. What's honorable about that? What's so honorable about that? Absolutely, positively nothing. Nothing. PBC's a fucking joke, and I've been saying it. I've been the only one standing strong, trying to warn you guys. Stay away from the AIDS, bro. Stop fucking that hoe. I kept telling you guys, don't fuck that hoe. Of course, when I said this on other streams, boxing fans are still gonna watch PBC. It is you that continues to pollute the fucking sport of boxing because you continue to fucking bathe yourself into these fucking filthy motherfuckers. That's why me over here, I don't watch nothing PBC. I shit on them every chance I get because they shit on us every chance they get. Another thing I wanted to touch, and let's talk about this shit too. Let's talk about this, the political side of it. Oh, Jedi, that's a conspiracy because, but yet it's right in front of us. That's a conspiracy because now we're talking about Fox. Will they renew? Well, you know what? Fox is going to pick up boxing regardless because it's in contention with the other apps and shit. So they're going to renew. And as long as millions, not hundreds of thousands, but millions are generated, they are not going to terminate PBC. It is up to us, fight fans, to have them terminated, to show these networks. This is not what we want, bro. Because we too pay you motherfuckers over there in the networks. So this is not the fight that we're asking for. These are not the fights, plural, that we're asking for. Another thing that I want is I want these PBC fighters tested, bro. Because if you notice, they want other fighters tested so badly. They're standing up so strongly. Most of these motherfuckers think they're advocates, but one can't speak on them or they're testing. None. Exactly, Don Ramon. Showtime used to be a respectable fucking network that used to carry, and all of a sudden they watered themselves down. Why? Because this is what boxing has become. Well, if boxing has become this way, and you have very disgruntled, very unsatisfied customers, then you shall, and I repeat, you shall take that pen and pad out, do a little survey group, and know what the fight fan wants. But you don't care. The only thing you want is our money and our attention. These PBC fighters need to be tested because let me tell you something. Ugas is another easy fight for Pacquiao. And those that are out there saying this shit, oh, here comes another easy fight for Pacquiao. Well, you know what? Blame Errol Spence Jr., blame PBC in the hole, blame fucking Heyman. It's not Manny's fault. And I smell a robbery because of what's going on, and as well as the Novada testing for Ugas. Yeah. You don't believe me? Like I always say, here comes my punchline, bro. Do the research. It's there. Do the motherfucking research. It is there. Novada testing for Ugas. Then if you take a look at Ugas, it looks like Ugas was up on the plans because this man looks very fit. And it looks like he was in on it for a very long time, ever since they gave him the strap. And they told him to try to prepare and try to survive against Manny Pacquiao because down the line we're gonna pull Pacquiao, we're gonna pull Errol Spence out the fight, and we're gonna give him to you. But of course, us fight fans are sitting here saying this shit makes no sense simply because how is a champion in recess going to fight for his fucking title? That's number one. Number two, Jordanis Ugas gets this title. How? Exactly. So Carlos says, you think PBC Fox trying to get a two pay-per-view fight with Pac since all the Canelo deals bullshit didn't happen? Possibly, Carlos, Papa Mendoza, possibly. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I know it all. But I will say this. Since I'm searching my feelings and using the force, I'm in the same pool as you guys, bro. Neither can I, true son. I can't stand PBC, bro. Miss T said, Dolomite says, blind ass Stevie Wonder can see this setup. Yep, the PBC trying to pull, no doubt, Dolomite. So as far as us fight fans are concerned, and I speak for y'all, and I speak for them, PBC, we need to see the proof of Fabian Maidana's injury, and we need to see the proof of Errol Spence Jr.'s injury. I don't give a fuck if this motherfucker said, because it's funny on how you showed us Errol Spence Jr. in the car accident and the injuries. We need to see this one as well. Bottom line. On top of that, you talk about, he should be back 6 to 8 weeks. Right. So let me guess. He's going to recover in 2 weeks and then start fighting and getting blows to the head with the headgear on. By doing this, really? This is what's supposed to go on? This is what's supposed to go on. Me personally, I'm not falling for none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Carlos says Ugas is the best replacement to fight Pacquiao. He has a strap. Bud and Porter are ordered to fight each other, and there's no one else. Well, Ugas and Pacquiao are not really supposed to fight because Pacquiao is a champion in recess. What is he doing fucking fighting for his strap? I mean, a week later, Pacquiao said, I'm going to fight. They already had stripped him. What they should have done was said, you know what? No doubt, here's his title. But reinstated him, but they didn't do that because it's all a fucking plan. It's exactly what I said. You can look at it any other way you want. But when you look at it from what I've told you guys, this is exactly what's going down. What's up, Paul Bell? He says, watch these dirtbags rob Manny to squeeze a rematch and another pay-per-view that he will be 43 by the time they feed him to Spence in another pay-per-view. I feel they're holding off on Pac versus Spence until Fox renew. That's the political side of it, Mr. Bell. Right? But when you look at it from the boxing side, this has been a setup because these belts, according to PBC, are playing chips. If they would have thrown Pacquiao in there, Pacquiao would have defeated Errol Spence Jr. He would have went straight to Bud Crawford to unify. That would have left Ugas a comeback fight and a little strap on the table for Errol Spence Jr. Had that happened. But they went the other way. They went with lies, deceit, and throw Pacquiao in there against the guy that's holding his title, a champion in recess. You're not supposed to be fighting for that title again. He was supposed to be reinstated, and they never did. But I can see where you're coming from with the deals and stuff. Dolomite says, I'm going to come at this at a different angle. Spence pulling out, also keeping Pac from showing up Floyd. Yep, if Pacquiao would have beat Spence. That too, Dolomite. That too. That too. We can all see this. We can all see this. You see on how what I'm telling you and what I've just told you right now just opens up the floodgates to every connection, every possibility here as to Manny Pacquiao just being set up. I got to give it to Canelo. He was too smart for that shit. They wanted to lock him in. Let me tell you something. Manny Pacquiao has no choice right now because he's the master adapter. He's going to adapt to defeat Ugas in such a stylistic fashion that he takes that WBA and goes straight to motherfucking Terrence Crawford and does not deal with PBC anymore. I hope Manny Pacquiao runs into this shit. I hope that all of these guys would fucking understand this. And the guy keeps coming back talking about food stamps, just like a guy keeps talking about gays is really gay. This guy's really a welfare recipient. This fucking boxing Jedi. Yo, you need to get off my dick. Look, guys, in a mirror, I'm doing something right. I'm doing a lot of things right because these niggas are on my dick. That's when you know you hit the big leagues, gentlemen. Even though Bacon and Egg says Pacquiao fighting Ugas for the belt that is rightfully his. This will be 2 Super WBA champs in a row that Manny would have beaten. Yup, setting records. These guys are so dumb, bro. They're just handing it over to Manny, bro. All of the accolades. He was to be ranked #1 after the Ugas fights. Exactly. Carlos Mendoza says, yeah, I bet Floyd was getting jealous watching these videos. There's been many streams saying if Pacquiao beats Spence, he's the greatest of all time. Exactly. The survey's out there. The survey's out there. His Pacquiao's legacy is already greater than Floyd's for doing what he did. Taking these young guys' O's and their fucking straps. I smell a robbery, guys. I smell a bad robbery. And this is what we're going to see. Pacquiao beating the shit out of Ugas. This is why he got to knock him down. This is why they gave him the fight against Keith Thurman. Because he knocked him down. If Pacquiao is able to knock Ugas down once and goes to the 12th, it's in his pocket. And even if he does get robbed, there is going to be, let me tell you something. If they go as far as robbing Pacquiao, boxing is finished. This is going to be the last straw. I don't give a fuck about Canelo. But let me say it like this. I dare speak for you guys. We don't give a fuck about Canelo's reign. We don't give a fuck about anybody else out there. They do this to the Grandmaster, the last of the last great, coming from the cloth of the greats, bro. Bro, I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm dropping this shit. I'm not watching boxing ever again. I'm letting you know this shit right now. I'll still be on YouTube, but I'll be criticizing the shit out of these motherfuckers. With the other programs as well. Boxing is going to finally diminish if they rob Manny Pacquiao. And let me tell you, fight fans, something. It would be your fault if this continues to go because you are so settling, you are so thirsty for boxing that you're going to continue to watch PBC. You would have helped screwing Manny Pacquiao over. What I want to know about Errol Spence Jr. is this. What's up with the medical reports? How bad is he injured? And if this is a career ender? Because if it is, them titles need to go up for vacancy. And even if he's going to take a year and a half off, those titles should not be held for hostage. They should go up for vacancy. Who agrees with me here? Who agrees with me on this? Enough of these champions who are injured, getting 2, 3 years. Javi, go. What's going on, my brother? Good morning to you. I'm tired of these fighters getting injured, having straps, and holding them for hostage. It's sickening. Yeah, Keith Thurman holding it, and then finally the WBC decides to threaten him, so he puts it up. You gotta all these titles. If you're injured, well, you know what? Depending on how serious the injury is, y'all gonna have to start all over again. Because you are the same motherfuckers, and I'm talking to you fighters out there. You're the same motherfuckers who love to tell the fight fan, love to tell the interviewer, love to tell everyone there are levels to this shit. And if you know there's levels to this shit and you know other motherfuckers are climbing levels, why would you go along with holding those straps for ransom, withholding other fighters' futures in your fucking hands? This is why I respect Keith Thurman to a point where he let the WBC go so it could be to contention. Exactly, Mr. T. Should they? Yes. Will they? No. And this is what I'm saying. It's sickening. And it makes no sense to us fight fans, just like my brother Don Ramon is saying, that Pacquiao fighting for the same belt that he beat Thurman for is ridiculous. This motherfucker's a champion in recess, so why is he fighting for his you put him in recess a week before he announced he was coming to fight. He should have been reinstated then. This is why it's all a plan, bro. They're holding these titles, PBC, the pubescent boxing champions. They're holding these titles for bargaining chips. What's going on, Red Glove Militant? The big dog. What's going on, brother? These are their bargaining chips. And like I said, had it gone where Pacquiao would have fucking surpassed Errol Spence, he would have went to Crawford to unify. Because he don't like what they're doing to Crawford. And Spence Jr.'s comeback fight would have been Ugas for that little trinket. Still holding hostage unification. Because remember, they said they didn't want to unify with no one out of PBC. That's exactly what's going on. Y'all can look at it through the political view scope if you want. Y'all could do that because it ties up to that too. But that's really not what it is. It's not to lock Pacquiao down for 2 fights. It's just to screw Pacquiao over. It's just to keep those titles in their stable as bargaining chips. And also to get Terrence Bud Crawford to come on over with that WBO that they don't want him to fight, that they don't want to fight him for, but they want him to comfortably just come in like the SmackDown Hotel, son, grab a room, and all they'll do is dust him. All they'll do is put him on a shelf. TJ Carr says, Manny is going to deflate their plans. You can see it in his face the past 12 hours. He's pissed and he's going to beat the dude down badly. I hope he does. And after that, I hope when he gets that title, he fucking goes straight to fucking Bud Crawford, son. If he's able to go straight to Bud Crawford, that is going to be the big dick up PBC's ass. That's going to be the big middle finger and the big fuck you to Heyman, and also showing a motherfucker, this is not music. These aren't music videos. These aren't fucking artists on a mic. These are fighters. And the shit you're doing, this boxing entertainment, is exactly what's fucking up. And then the rest of these fighters, the Charlo twins, anybody else, would actually have some embarrassment on their face that they would actually leave this promotion. Y'all motherfuckers are on a fucking stipend, fucking allowance. This motherfucker got you on a stipend. He got Adrian Broner on a stipend. He has some other motherfucker on a stipend that left him. This is why I told y'all the other day, none of these fighters, you won't see them with big-ass bankrolls anymore, chilling out here like Floyd Mayweather Jr. anymore, because they are owned, bro. Papa Heyman got these motherfuckers on a fucking straight-up stipend program, son. This is why Lou DiBella was fucking fired when he was able to catch a lucrative deal, and finally, if he would have been able to finalize the Anthony Joshua and the Wilder deal. And what happened? Heyman and the rest of them got mad. Oh, no, no. And they even fired him because he went a step further and was able to please the fight fans. When we heard this, we was Lou DiBella was a scumbag, but then at the same time, we were like, that's fucked up. See, Lou DiBella was really, really, really the only one in that stable that really wanted that fight, and he was saying it all along. But since we didn't believe all the fuckeries, what did we do to this man? We didn't believe him. That's not our fault, though. That's not our fault. What would be our fault is if they rob Manny Pacquiao, if you continue to watch PBC. Like my brother TJ Carr here said, I hope Manny deflates their plans, walks away with that WBA, son, and takes it to top rank. And his last fight out should be with Crawford. So that way, if Crawford beats Pacquiao, he can have 2 straps. Just like this bitch, chiclet, veneer tooth having fucking National Geographic nipple owning motherfucker by the name of Errol Spence Jr. would have as well. You see that? So it's no longer PBC's playing field where they have the WBA, the WBC, and the IBF compared to Crawford's one WBO. Now Crawford would have both of them. Or if Manny does defeat Crawford and Crawford loses his strap, Crawford still has an opportunity to gain both those straps because they will be vacant. What's going on, Ross Clot? MOBC in the house. Andre Rodriguez, what's going on, brother? This is why I hope that Manny Pacquiao whips his dick out and says, no, 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 I'm going to piss all over your parade. Brady, we're going to fight Brady. And he fucks up everybody's plans over there, bro. I'm letting you fight fans know something right now, bro. If you're really a fight fan and Manny Pacquiao gets robbed, I'm going to have to say it. But if you really feel strongly about it, you should not be watching any PBC fights. Any whatsoever. Y'all should have stopped watching PBC fights the moment these motherfuckers made a street. Exactly, Mr. T. No more excuses, fool. No more excuses, sucker. All this shit needs to cease. And it'll cease when they take these titles from that fucking stable. Because PBC is still on a struggle leg, son. The motherfuckers got a struggle foot. Al Heyman is also known to owe billions to his investors. That's why he got these motherfuckers on stipends. Come on, man. Ain't nobody stupid here on this channel. If you're subscribed, you're not stupid. You know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Bacon Nick says, I like to see Pac fight Josh Taylor. He's never been undisputed. You know what I mean? This has to be done. No matter how we look at it, bro. A victory coming from Manny Pacquiao against Ugas is what's needed. Because when he takes that WBA, and he's not contractually under PBC either. Let's get that straight. Motherfuckers keep saying this, but he only had a 2-fight deal. He's done with that. He's under Conor McGregor's promotions now. And the reason why he signed with them was because he don't have time to make a Manny Pacquiao promotion and to promote himself like that. Remember, this guy's in the political field as well. So he can only differentiate certain things in his life, not all of them. That shit that people are saying, oh, he signed so he could try to get the Conor McGregor fight. Huh? What? What are you talking about? It was just mentioned. Manny Pacquiao needed a promotional company that he knew wasn't going to try to fuck him over, and these guys have not tried to fuck him over. It's so bad that this other promotional company that was supposed to sign him to fight Mikey Garcia, they try to present him with a contract shorting him of the guaranteed 25 mil, and this is exactly why it didn't fall through. And they're trying to sue Manny for that? Bro, the proof is in the pudding. You guys said 25 mil. You try to bring him something like 18, 19, I think it was. And this motherfucker said, oh, no, Brady. Brady, look, Brady. They trying to jerk me, Brady. Puerto Rican rum. What's going on, Paulo Viejo? Good morning to you, brother. So this is what we get now. Bruce goes. The relic. The boxing relic. What's going on, my brother? It's to a point that right now we should be fed up with PBC. And then when it happens, if they do rob Manny Pacquiao, y'all should be done with him. When Manny Pacquiao takes the strap from Ugas convincingly, you guys still should be done with PBC. PBC is not giving us what we want. It's funny how Golden Showers promotion tries. It's funny how fucking Top Bank fucking tries. Eddie Hearn Matchroom definitely do their thing. It's only these fucking pubescent boxing champions that are doing this shit to us. So my question here for you fight fans is this, and we could be cool. When is it that you stop watching PBC? When do you actually lock these motherfuckers out? Like, remember the baseball lockouts, the basketball lockouts, the football lockouts, right? Right? The athletes dare to try to lock the fans out. When is it that boxing actually becomes innovative compared to the traditional sports and the fans take a fucking stance and say, we're not watching your shit, and leave the other fucking stupid, degenerate, non-fucking educated boxing fans to watch them? Because that's a small demographic compared to us. This bullshit, oh, there are more casuals. No, there isn't. There've been, because if that was true, go through YouTube, go through fucking Twitch, go through any platform that has boxing talk, and you will hear more of I'm sick of PBC than you hear fucking casuals, bro. So we are a large fucking majority, dog. When is it that you take a stand? When is it that not only does the Jedi sound like a conspiracy theorist that's always proven fucking right, not only the Jedi that comes on here and fucking to other stupid motherfuckers and faggots and fucking little fucking non-having fathers in the house raised motherfuckers want to come over here, these fucking betas, and try to tell me I'm wrong when I'm always fucking right. Why? When do you take a stand? Because I tell you right now, I've been taking a stand for 10 years, and it all started with Floyd Mayweather Jr. I've been taking a stand since then and against PBC. I knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong the moment I saw Al Heyman alone in the room. And they're stupid for letting the cameras show us this. But it's so in your face that a lot of motherfuckers are stupid. And they're like, oh, cool. Al Heyman is signing Floyd Mayweather's $100 million check. Once I saw that, I already knew PBC was up to something. I'm going to tell all you good brothers and sisters out there, man. Y'all need to take a stand just like you need your legs. Just like you need your eyes. If you really love the sport of boxing, if you guys are really surgeons like you say you are, you really need to perform surgery and cut the cancer off the body of boxing, bro. There's no excuse coming from you guys anymore, especially if he gets robbed. You also got to look at yourself as you have been a part of destroying Manny Pacquiao's legacy if you continue with PBC. PBC knew that Manny Pacquiao was the real threat at 147 all this time. I've been telling people, Manny Pacquiao is the real threat at 147 all this time. And everybody, come on, that's an old man, right? But then what's in front of them, which are facts, statistics, right? Because numbers don't lie, but I'm the only one that's saying numbers do lie because numbers, just like men and women, can be manipulated. So everything's a fucking lie. Everything can be turned into a lie. So the only nigga out here saying Manny Pacquiao is the motherfucking boogeyman of 147. Proof is in the pudding that if Floyd was so secure on his win on Pacquiao the first time, why wouldn't you come back and make an extra 100 mil, an extra 280 mil, fighting them again? Because Floyd is about marketing that fucking O. Now, the O don't even count no more, which every fucking fight fan and every fighter out there, all you fucking faggots, should understand that it was a gimmick. So Floyd Mayweather Jr. was and still is a gimmicked fighter. Floyd Mayweather has always been a fucking gimmicked fighter. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm going to tell you in your face. I'm going to tell you over the fucking internet. I'm going to tell it everywhere, bro. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has always been a gimmick fighter. Why, you ask? Well, motherfucker, stipulations on contracts. After stipulation on contracts. After 24 vials of fucking blood drawn from his fucking top ranked opponents, making motherfuckers come up 2 weight classes, wanting to be called and recognized better than the greats. This is the same motherfucker that told us, let them put me in there with a 7-0 fighter, like they did Ali. They'll be making fun of me. You know what? You're absolutely right. We are definitely making fun of you, and this is why we don't respect you, Floyd Joy Sinclair. This is why we don't fucking respect you. And it was all in your faces. Bank robbery. Bank robbery. I got you. And the reason why this ties down to Floyd is because Floyd is the one that brought all of these fucking bullshit boxing politics that made it fucking worse. This motherfucker chasing the green belt, because that's all he got is the fucking green belts with a WBA, right? Oh, straps don't matter. Straps don't matter. So then why are you still chasing green belts? While you're saying this. A lot of you niggas were blinded by the light. Revved up like a deuce on the ruler of the night. You motherfuckers were revved up for this motherfucker. Now, us fight fans that got caught out there with the mystique of who can beat Floyd Mayweather Jr. Very smart business move on that motherfucker. Because he got that shit from Vince McMahon. Wrestling WWF 101. Notice how he started plotting this shit after he came back from that bullshit match against fucking the Giant, whatever the fuck his name is, Paul Wright. The Big Show. All of a sudden, this man had a way to get over on the system. And for you fucking skin political motherfuckers out there, I'm happy that a black man was able to get over the fucking system of boxing. Yes, I am. But now what he did was he forgot to take it back and tell everybody else, you can't do what I do, and not leave it in the sport. And he left it in the sport. El Negrito. What's going on, El Negrito? This all ties down to this motherfucker. So people that are saying, oh, come on, stop it. Even Canelo's on that shit. But I respect Canelo more than I do Mayweather. Because right now, Canelo could have been doing circus acts. See, what most of y'all don't understand is Floyd Mayweather Jr. is definitely, and I repeat, definitely the face of PBC. Regardless, he has his Mayweather promotions. He's always incorporated. He's always intertwined with Heyman's PBC. So when exactly do we go into the crates and pull out this act that's called the Ali Act on Al Heyman? When exactly do we do this? When do you fight fans? Because we are the employers. Every time we buy pay-per-views, apps, we are the employers. This is why they got their Maybachs. This is why they got their mansions. This is why their kids go to better schools. This is why they live in gated communities. This is why they dress the way they fucking dress. It is us. So when do you guys stand up and say, fuck PBC, and y'all need to hit fucking this nigga with the Ali Act? Because I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm going to get even more in-depth and more deep with this shit. When I get my new crib, son, I'm letting you motherfuckers know. I'm looking into a lawsuit for the fight fans against Al Heyman. And I would have a case for you. We would have a fucking case. You're taking from us, but you're not giving, Al Heyman. You don't even show. You have so much respect for us that you don't even try to grace us with your presence with a fucking interview. This is how good you think you are. This is how better you think you are. Well, I got some news for you, motherfucker. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody that loves the sport of boxing respects you. And if God puts it in my hand after I'm settled in and I'm good, son, God gives me the strength to draw a fucking lawsuit against you, bro. I'm not going to be alone. There are going to be millions and millions of fight fans behind me feeling the same way I do with you just taking our money and not giving us good product. With you making all of these fucking racketeering schemes and robbing fighters, but not giving us what we need. It's never been heard before, huh? A fight fan can sue a promotional company for not delivering their product correctly, for lying to the fight fan. Never been heard of before, right? Exactly, because no one ever had the balls to try to do it. I'm going to try. I'm sick of this shit. You're talking to the same motherfucker that helped motherfucking Michael Nunn and helped his nephew get his meds when he was locked up. The same motherfucker that helped Manny Pacquiao get an extension on his motherfucking Nike contract when they try to condemn him over his fucking rights. You think that I can't have a nice court battle with fucking PBC myself, bro? With all of these facts and all of these fucking truths? Yeah. Yeah, we can. What's up, Captain America? I have to disagree with you respectfully because some of those fighters don't really have big names. And if they do have a name, it's a gimmick name because these guys should have been fighting each other 3-4 times already. This is why motherfuckers who are not supposed to lose wind up losing. PBC is just a big hype job. PBC is for casuals. That's that's for motherfuckers to watch and not know boxing, and you let them fucking educate you the wrong way. Look how stupid this sounds. You got a champion in recess fighting for his fucking title. After they stripped him a week before, him saying he was fighting. This is what PBC's trying to teach y'all. This is why they got y'all hiding out. That PBC has the biggest names in boxing. No, they don't. They don't. You got Tiafimo, you got Nakatani. I mean, they're much better contenders as well, regardless different divisions. So I have to respectfully disagree with you there, Mr. America. Know what I'm saying? Exactly, George. You might as well say PBC stands for protecting black fighters or black champions. I'm not saying this in a racial tone or anything, but the way their fandom is, that's all they want you to do is protect black fighters. This is all a fucking gimmick. Just like Floyd Mayweather Jr. was and is a fucking gimmick. All these motherfuckers on the street that they've made, that street over there, the pussified street, right? That has all these fucking politics that consists of pen pushing instead of leather glove pushing. This is what the PBC fans and the PBC, this is how, that's them. They are the casuals. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can agree partially with you on that, Captain America, that a lot of these boxing fans don't understand, young boxing fans, should I say, I don't want to misquote you, don't understand the politics of boxing because they're just not old enough to know better. I can agree with you on that. So this is why guys like myself, that's 47 years old, and others that are, like my man Bruce Scholes, who's the boxing relic, you know, there are other guys on here that are old enough that are telling you and trying to show the way that us fight fans are not really supposed to be in the business of politics. We're not supposed to know anything about that. If you're an accountant, you're not any of these fighters' accountants. You're an accountant in your own world, in your own life. We're not supposed to know anything about this. I don't want to know what a fighter is making. I don't want to know what he's driving. I don't want to know the deal they made. I don't want to know the split. You know why? Because there are people that are put in place that have that job already. What the fuck are these fight fans out here trying to be these guys, fucking accountants, lawyers, bankers, managers? There are people already filled with this position. So this is why I can agree with Captain America when a lot of these motherfuckers, the young motherfuckers, don't know better. But that's because they continue to take the PBC education instead of taking the top rank education, which is the oldest boxing promotions out there that has given us legendary fights that we still debate about today. Nobody can take that away from Bob Arum. I don't give a fuck if you don't like him. You've also got Matchroom Boxing. You've also got Golden Showers. Golden Boy Promotions. And you've got other ones out there too. that are teaching you the boxing education where they don't even bother with the splits and the purses. There's always the fucking fight fans now that want to know what the fuck these fighters are making. Why? Are you expecting anything from it? Did this motherfucker tell you, listen, if I get this and you talk about, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to give you that? No. The fuck are y'all pocket watching these fighters for? In the Maypac era, and even to this day, this motherfucker Floyd used to come out with all his fucking cars and shit. You know how many hoe-ass niggas exposed themselves like bitches? This is how I know there were a lot of faggots out there that were willing to suck Floyd's dick, son, just for a ride in the car, son. I was even told a couple of times that these Flomos would have fucking allowed Floyd Mayweather Jr. to fuck their girl in front of him. A bunch of cucks. Yes, I was told this. What's up, OPSEC? And what's funny is that a lot of people come here because they find my rants funny and ridiculous, but then when it's the truth, these motherfuckers never come back. And I like it like that. Because if you can't step to me with an apology, you ain't a man. I don't hang out with people that are not fucking men. I don't hang out with fucking betas. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Yup, Don. No doubt, Don Ramon. No doubt, bro. ESPN has better fights too, certain points. Dolomite said Floyd went 100% heel mode and played the version of the $1 Million Man. Yeah, no doubt. And that was very smart. That was very smart. Banking off of our emotion, making us hate him. But it's just the politics that he bought. And the politics that he bought, he forgot to take it with him and tell these youngsters, like the leader he was supposed to be, listen, y'all can't do this. Y'all can't do what I do. Henceforth, now everybody's a fucking accountant. Everybody's a banker. What's up, Jeff? What's going on? My man OPSEC, what's going on, brother? Welcome. Jeff, welcome, my brothers. Welcome. And Don Ramon, if I didn't give you a comfortable welcome, I'm sorry. Welcome, my brother. Everybody, welcome, man. Captain America, welcome. Welcome, my brother. You know, I'm just fed up with this. So my question here is, when do we take a stand against PBC and not fucking bother with them? And I'm talking to you hardcore boxing motherfucking fans. All of you awesome motherfuckers that know what you're talking about. Because it's basically like these channels on here, right? Some of these channels. You're just a number. PBC just considers you just a number. When do you pull yourself out of that and stop getting fucked in your ass? Huh? This is all I want to know. So Manny Pacquiao defeating Ugas is a good thing. Just like if Manny Pacquiao would have defeated Errol Spence Jr., it would have been good for boxing. Jeff says, so let down about Pac and Spence Jr. getting canceled. Was giving slight edge to Jr., but was hoping Pac would spark. Yeah, no doubt, Jeff. Everybody's mad at this. You know who you don't hear from? And it's funny, though. It's hilarious. You know who you don't hear from? You know who we're not hearing from? You know who we should be hearing from? We should be hearing from the fandom. What's up, mama? From the fandom that belongs to Errol Spence Jr. We're supposed to be hearing this. We're supposed to be hearing from them, but we don't. So once again, I got something for y'all. This is for all you bitch ass Spence fans out here.
Errol Spence is the truth. For real, yo. The whole fame, all that. You know damn well Terrence Crawford's the one who smoke. What? Fuck is wrong with these Spence fans? Supposed to be your motherfucking man, but instead you got the fucking pom-poms in your hand. Fuck is wrong with these Spence fans?
What is wrong with you?
Supposed to be a fucking man, but instead you got the fucking pom-poms in your hand.
Wave them, girl.
The shit I don't get, these niggas out here, they sweat. Some dude that just got in, try to say that he just fit in. Fuck is going on with you? Y'all niggas skipping for a month who's incomplete. Your niggas better put that shit on delete. Fuck is wrong with these Spence fans? Supposed to be a motherfucking man, but in your hands you got the pom-poms. Go girl. Fuck is wrong with these Spence fans? Supposed to be a fucking man, but instead you got the pom-poms in your hands. No doubt, them niggas is never late. Try to meet them at a debate, and all they do is bring that bullshit. Talk about he's scraping plates. He's Superman.
He's Superman.
He's my fucking man.
That's my fucking man.
Nigga, you crazy. And also gay, but that's okay. We won't say nothing. But I'm gonna tell you something. You are a motherfucking jockstrap. A Spence, yeah. Fuck is wrong with these dudes?
Fuck is wrong with them?
Trying to be all rude.
All rude.
But these motherfuckers out here sucking them off till he turn dry like a prune.
Sucking them off like he a prune, bro.
Spence fans, supposed to be a motherfucking man, but instead you got the motherfucking pom-poms in your hand.
You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers just sucking them off till he dry like a prune, son. Y'all should be boxing fans. And not have your whole fucking stance on one man. And the only time you back one man up is exactly the situation that's happening now. The situation that's happening now. Backing a real fighter up from these boxing politics. If we was to take a look at the spectrum right now, son, could you agree with me? This is only to those that know their boxing history. It's okay if you don't know this. Could you agree with me right now that Manny Pacquiao has been placed in a position right now to look like the modern day motherfucking Carmen Basilio, who was going up against the mafia and defeated them? So now Pacquiao's going up against the political mob in boxing. Could you agree with me on that? Could you guys agree with me on that? Manny Pacquiao has been put in a position like Carmen Basilio to go up against the boxing politics, dog. The question is, will Manny Pacquiao defeat the boxing mob? The boxing political mob? My answer is yes. Manny knows what he has to do. Manny knows what he has to do now. This is why he's got 2 weeks left, and this motherfucker's making adjustments. You're talking to a grandmaster, going up against anybody in this era that don't fight enough, that don't have the proper dance steps, whose arms are too short to box with the god. Believe that. Because if you haven't, here is the fucking road to the truth. How many young motherfuckers and how many times did they rob them in this era? They robbed them with horn, and how many motherfucking O's and straps he took from niggas? Think about this now. It's right in front of you, bro. And a lot of you guys who placate to everything else except a great that's in your era, like a Manny Pacquiao. This is why y'all was born in this era and not in our era, because y'all never would have known or learned how to appreciate the champions we grew up with. See, there's this shit going around that us old school boxing fans were spoiled, and this is why we're kicking and screaming, right? But at the same time, this is what I say. If we're kicking and screaming because boxing has diminished or because we're spoiled and we're not seeing the action because the era's changed, y'all a bunch of fucking asshole licking motherfuckers, bro. Trying to suck out the motherfucking Twinkie out the fucking center, bro. The cream filling out the center. Those are you motherfuckers. You know why? Y'all full of shit. You know why y'all full of shit? Because this is a full contact sport. And these motherfuckers are throwing the dollars before the leather. It was never like that. In my era, in Rosklott's era, in Bruce Gold's era, motherfuckers made fights, bro. The longest fight to ever be signed, and it only took, 8 months to a year, was Lennox Lewis versus Mike Tyson. And that was because of the networks. But the fighters were ready to go. Y'all should have seen that at that time, when the networks tried to intervene, that's when it started. Yeah, go do the research. It's there. I swear to God, I'm making a shirt. I'm coining that. Do the research. It's there. That's when all of this shit started. When Showtime, let me repeat again. When Showtime tried to intertwine with their negotiations, they almost fucked that fight up, but we still got it. What's taking these guys so long to make fights that it's Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao's situation, 5.5 years or 5 years? Bud Crawford and Errol Spence Jr., knowing Bud Crawford and Arum are ready to go. So it seems like PBC took a page from every dirty tactic out there and applied it to their own. Exactly, Bruce. No doubt. Hold on, this goes up on the board. No doubt. In our era, fights got signed. So I don't know where you fucking casuals, you young motherfuckers, you fucking love/huggy wearing motherfuckers are coming up young trying to tell us, oh, y'all just spoiled because the sport changed. Yeah, it changed for the worse. You see, because if you guys were so innovative, if you guys were supposed to be the future, if you guys were supposed to put something better into boxing, how come it's going downward spiral? This is what I mean about the self-preservation and the politics that Floyd Mayweather brought to boxing and forgot to take with him. He's so vocal about Manny Pacquiao. He's so vocal about other fighters that succeed. He can't do that. Hit it. Why aren't you saying, Al Haymon can't be paying these guys as much as I got paid? Right. Why can't you? Because you, sir, are in cahoots with these motherfuckers too. And you knew that this was a big wrench in a lot of fights for unification and stuff. And since Floyd never went for stuff like that, he really didn't give a fuck. So all you fighters out there that are praising Floyd Mayweather Jr. and you're not with PBC or anything like that and he has nothing to do with you, bro, you guys should be saying fuck Floyd. I'm tired of this. Oh, I like what he's done for the sport. What the fuck did he really do for the sport except fuck it up, and he still got fucking shit stains on it? It makes no fucking sense. Exactly, Joe. We missed out on Kovalev, Stevenson. A lot of fights because of this political shit. Us as fight fans, we're not supposed to know about this. We're not supposed to care about that part. That's for the fighter and the hired professionals that he has put on his team to handle. We are not accountants. We are not lawyers. We are not managers. We are fight fans who pay the machine to give us the product. And since we've been paying the machine and they haven't been giving us the right product, I think it's time for you motherfuckers to start standing up and pull yourself away from PBC. Pull yourself away from that. Why is it that y'all can't? Because if you don't, it only proves me right. You motherfuckers are just settling for what is given. So not only are you shorthanding yourself, you're shorthanding and shortchanging the sport and all of the fucking fighters that you so-called respect. PBC must go from our boxing regimen, man. Whether you like it or not. You continue to feed this machine is going to take over, and it's going to be rise of the fucking machine, and everything's going to be taken over by a virus that they're releasing into boxing, which is called the fucking boxing politic bug. Because you win a strap, it doesn't make you elite. Sean Porter, not elite. Errol Spence Jr., not elite. Keith Thurman, not elite. Why do you say this, Jedi? Why do you say this? I'll tell you exactly why I say this. I'll tell you exactly why I say this. And a lot of you guys are going to be like, yeah, that makes sense, right? And I'm going to do this real slow for a couple of slow motherfuckers. When you look at the word of elite, the meaning is a group of persons exercising a major share or authority or influence. Can you show me that anywhere within these title holders of PBC? Can you show me a group of persons exercising a major share or authority or influence? Can you? Can anyone? Can anyone? You can't. You can't. Because the only thing they got right is a group of persons. But they never were exercising a major share of anything that they fucking created. This is why they want to block other fighters out of the authority or the influence that they have as champions. This is why they are not fucking elite. Anybody want to fucking debate on this? Anybody? Hello? Hello? Anybody? Want to fuck with the wordsmith? Anybody? Anybody want to fuck with Jay Fatal? Anybody want to debate this? Because I just broke PBC a new fucking asshole. They know they're fucking eunuchs. All of them. Once again, I'll say it again. No one from PBC is elite. Because they are a group of persons, but they are not exercising a major share or authority or influence of what they have gained. At all. Especially when you try to tell us, well, here's the announcement. PBC is no longer unifying with any other promotions, just ours. Thank you. Good night. Right? So tell me, can anybody tell me exactly where is the group of persons that are exercising a major share or authority or influence here in PBC? Can anybody? You can't. You can't. See, because what they do here with this word elite is they scream authority. You had Angel Garcia, Bell Pepper Nose Ellaby, Floyd Gary Gnu Mayweather, trying to blow authority. Oh, this is not how you do it. Oh, you got to put the young, you got to let them guys age each other out first. You know, they're young fighters. Oh, there's no killers. Exactly. And Angel Garcia, your son, is no killer. No killer. And you was talking about PBC. Not outside of that, because there are killers outside of PBC. This is exactly why motherfuckers are scared to go out of PBC and fight with other fucking promotion and fighters, bro. They're not going to do it. So they exercise their authority, but then they're not exercising a major share of the authority. Meaning, we can share the authority, put it across the table, let's make this fight. And the influence as a champion, if you're influencing someone, you should know that the person you're influencing want to become just like you, or you're trimming them down all the bad parts in order for them to be like you. If you're nice, none of these guys are doing this here, so they are not elite. Fight fans, am I fucking wrong here? Am I wrong? And I'm not saying anything else until at least somebody gives me a fucking answer, bro. Am I fucking wrong here? I'm not answering until I get a fucking answer, whether you're yes or no. Am I wrong for just breaking down the word elite and tattooing the shit out of PBC over this? Did I just prove my point? Yes or no? Just want to know where I'm going with you guys. I'm not going to continue until I get an answer. Thank you, Mike. Thank you very much. None of these guys are elite in PBC, nor are they premier, nor are they boxing, and nor are they champions. These motherfuckers are all wrong. And as far as I'm concerned, Danny Garcia with his fucking Nephilim toe, son, that motherfucker could go to 154. He's still gonna be a bum. And JFL, just fucking lame. You can shove Danny Garcia straight up your fucking ass, you fucking Danny Garcia shiitake cockhead mushroom sucking motherfucker, you. All of you motherfuckers that cape for these PBC fighters, bro, can go suck on some shiitake mushroom head cocks, bro. A whole bag of them. Matter of fact, fuck that. A whole field of cocks, bro. From the trees to the bushes, bro. All shove them all in your fucking mouth, bro, so you can stop talking shit. Keep busy, bitches. That's why the real fight fans, what's going on, Golden Kings Toys? What's going on, my brother? That's why a lot of fight fans, bro, from PBC, don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Instead of trying to protect black fighters, right? That stupid agenda. What you should be doing is protecting boxing like we are over here on this side of the street. So we're going to tell you like this now. Since Wilder's protected because of his melanin, right? You even wanted to protect fucking Andre Ward because of his melanin, but yet that is the most vanilla motherfucker I've seen. But you want to shun Dylan Whiteout, Anthony Joshua, which are black men as well. So this is what I'm gonna tell you, all of you PBC fans, PBC, Al Heyman, Mayweather Promotions, all of you motherfuckers on that side of the street. Your gimmicks will no longer work. And we are protecting Manny Pacquiao. We are protecting. We are not contradicting ourselves like you motherfuckers are, where you abandon ship. We are protecting Manny Pacquiao because the dirty politics coming from your side of the street will possibly end the boxing. Will possibly tarnish this man, even though we would know what happened. To put a loss on this man's record would be the biggest shame in boxing ever. Know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. It's not Manny's fault, Ross Clark. Mr. T says, nope. If you're not going to claim you're an elite, you have to prove it by smoking the boots of anyone else saying otherwise. Right. Side of the street or ask Al. Or ask Al. Should never leave your lips. Exactly, Mr. T. George says, I don't understand why it's hard for them to love and appreciate Manny. Humanity is doomed. Yeah, bro. Yes. Yes, Georges. Yes, bro. They're rooting for guys that are destructive in the sport, guys that just want to ruin things, but they're not rooting for the guy who's trying to keep the boxing legacy as to unifications going on, titles being touched by other great champions. Bro, let me tell you something. This is why I say that these titles are tarnished. The titles that used to, me and Mr. Shelton, we're talking about this on Matt Chad's boxing. You know what I'm saying? What's up, look? Welcome, brother. it's like in the 90s, those titles were touched by the guys before them. But in these millennials, bro, there are no more fingerprints of the greats on these straps, bro. And I'm talking about the real straps. Anchor what? What's going on, brother? Exactly, Anchor. LDBC's quiet. Nobody's saying nothing. Niggas, they're all in mourning. They're all mourning right now. You know why? Because they don't look good on them. It does not look good on them. How many of y'all want to bet that Fannin, the fucking Pinky, the marsupial pouch-faced wonder, and the rest of these cocksuckers like fucking Drew Barrymore Titan and the rest of these fucking faggots, right? The guy that got the fucking California asphalts for a hairline, come out and try to make an excuse for Errol Spence Jr. trying to put the blame on Manny Pacquiao. Talking about, well, and watch this. This is how stupid they are. Manny Pacquiao should have known better. Right. Right. They don't like Manny, Andre, as well, adding on to yours. He makes Floyd look better. These guys are on some black supremacist shit. So he surpassed a black man. He beats up black champions. Come on, son. Come on. Any racist would hate Manny Pacquiao from any race. Because he done beat up everybody he beat up a Puerto Rican. He beat up a lot of Mexicans. He beat up San Salvadorians. I mean, Manny Pacquiao, his hands don't discriminate. They're not racist at all, son. This is a motherfucker that we watched because he brought it to any and everybody. To a point that he had the father of TBE saying, I don't want him fighting that little man. And even in the fight, you fighting scared, Floyd. What's going on with you? Exactly. Yes, Don Ramon, they are silent as fuck. My man Rascal says, same fans who hate Manny for the way he fights like Tank, or they hate on Billy Joe Saunders, but like Plant. Exactly, bro. All backwards, bro. All backwards. Look. I'm gonna call you LL, all right? Look. Bro, I had said that. I said I need proof that Spencer's injured as well. If you didn't know this, LL, as well as the Ugas opponent, Fabian Maidana, who coincidentally caught the same injury from what I hear. Or some injury. So we need proof, but not from not one, but two dirty motherfuckers. Exactly, Golden King. Exactly, brother. Yup, to nail in the coffin. Yup. And a lot of people are saying that it could be from the accident and they realized that he was damaged goods, but then they came out and said that he got this in sparring with headgear on from a headbutt. Your retina tore like that? So now we can also let's look at the dark side of this now. Is it a possibility that this motherfucker's neural system, his nerve system, and everything from that car crash, bro, his body's breaking down now? These motherfuckers, what's up, X-Tick? These motherfuckers right now are on some, yo, you know what? This motherfucker, I don't think he's good anymore. You know what else will tell? Since they said he'll be back in 6 to 8 weeks. Right. 6 to 8 weeks. Really? After a torn retina. In the most obvious spot where fighters get hit a lot, especially Errol Spence Jr., the fucking head. So you think that 2 weeks of surgery recovery and then getting back into the gym, what, 4 weeks afterwards? Is recovery? What do you think? We're stupid? See, that's what's wrong with these PBC motherfuckers. That they don't understand that people that watch boxing have either boxed themselves or had family members that boxed or did some type of fucking combat sport. We know people who have torn retinas, that have torn retinas, ripped retinas, detached retinas. I know a few, and I also know one beautiful young lady who retired on one of my shows back in the days by the name of Cindy Amador, the Scorpion. And she had a detached retina, and that was a career ender for her. So if it's going to take this motherfucker 6 to 8 weeks, that right there is a fucking lie. Because that is the most dangerous shit. And if it comes to find out that he was really damaged goods because of the fucking automobile accident, then the Ferrari flipper has to fucking sue PBC and his doctors for clearing him because he could have died in that ring. Hell yeah, Mr. T. No doubt. XX says I'm a casual in the boxing game, but did any of you concierge have that fight going a draw by any chance? No. No. I had Manny Pacquiao basically out punching and scoring on Errol Spence Jr. And what's funny about this is that this is why I think they did this, if this is true, because in any spot in that fight that would have happened between Pacquiao and Spence Jr., would Pacquiao have looked bad? It would have been Spence Jr. on the defensive. It would have been Spence Jr. on the back foot. It would have been Spence Jr. on the ropes. Spence Jr. has never seen, especially fucking Jordanis Ugas, has never seen a flurry of punches that fucking feel like bricks, bro. They have no choice but to defend it. Motherfuckers that have tried to swing while the puncher's punching, son, got fucked up. And Manny Pacquiao has this shit in his pocket. I don't give a fuck how old he is. Father Time is in his pocket because Father Time placed himself there. There's something going on, struggle of good and evil in every facet of the world. And it's happening in boxing too. God is placing those champions in spots in different specters of life so that way they can conquer. And Manny Pacquiao has been put through this, but he will be blessed. He will be guarded because he will be victorious. It would be up to him to make the mistake to take an Errol Spence fight. Again, Manny Pacquiao hoping, willing, and with us praying that this man goes to Terrence Bud Crawford for a 2-belt unification. I don't want to see Manny and Pacquiao fans, even the hardcore ones, even the Pactards. You motherfuckers better stand up and let Manny Pacquiao know, Philippines, the whole Philippines. Let Manny Pacquiao know, somebody who's close to him. Leave PBC alone. Leave them alone. Let them swim in their own shit and go and fight Bud Crawford next. I don't care how scared you are for Manny. You say Manny Pacquiao's a rough and tough contender / champion / legend. I call him a grandmaster. I stand by those words. So therefore, he has what it takes to try to handle a Terrence Bud Crawford. I'm not scared for this man. Those that are scared for this man, you want it your way. You want Pacquiao to take easy fights, but you don't want him tested. On the way out, I want Manny Pacquiao tested to the fullest. And I want him to pass that test, leaving in such a victorious manner, bro, and in such a victorious way, that not only did he break his own record, becoming the oldest welterweight champion of the world, but this man has finally been able to 2-belt or 3-belt unify somewhere in his career, which is the last thing he needs to do. Y'all should not be scared. Y'all should not be scared for Pacquiao. If Pacquiao goes out on his shield, losing, so be it. When he takes his victory and he takes that belt from Ugas, I'm leaving the responsibility. I'm not saying I'm in charge of anything, but Since you guys are my brothers, I'm gonna hold you to it. That you guys are to make a video saying, now that Pacquiao, make a live saying, now that Pacquiao is once again the WBA champ, he needs to fight Terrence Crawford. Fuck Spence Jr. They fucked us over. Just like you're supposed to say, fuck Tyson Fury and fuck Deontay Wilder because they lied to us. But no, we're not going to get that. You know what we're going to get? We're going to get a lot of you motherfuckers still watching Wilder. On this side, too. It's a shame. And still watching Fury. After he hurt your fifis. After he had you all fucking mad. Not me. I got a list. I got some bubble gum. And I'm ready to kick some ass. And I'm running out of bubble gum. There are no more chances with this fight fan over here. With you fighters. Pulling racketeer schemes and shit. Lying to us. You know what that makes you look like? Number one, it makes you a liar. But it makes you look like you got a mental deficiency. I hope so, BP. What's up, BP? Welcome. That's a good statement there. I can put that on the board. But at the same time, I have to tell you that Ugas not being American, if they was gonna rob Pac, would have nothing to do with it. It would have to do with him being in the PBC stable, keeping that title in the stable. Sanctus, what's going on, brother? Everybody say what's up to my man Sanctus. What's going on, my bro? The alumni. So what I'm saying, fuck all these fighters, bro, that put us through trial and tribulation, hard times, and lie to us, bro. They don't get our attention nor our money anymore. That's how you got to be. That's how you guys have to be. There are no ways around this shit, bro. If you want boxing to get better, you're going to have to stop watching boxing in order for it to get better. I've said this already. If you don't know what that means, PBC boxing, right? But it's not good. It's not doing well. It's not healthy. Stop watching them in a hole. That's it. Every fighter. Let their pay-per-view buys be 150,000 like they've been doing. Let their fucking apps, if they have any type of apps that they're fucking affiliated with, get cancellation fucking alerts and shit because everybody's leaving. My man Rival, what's going on? He says Pacquiao and Ugas both deserve respect for giving us this solid fight on late replacement. Screw the rest of these propaganda bitches. Yeah, no doubt. But at the same time, man, I'm not sure if you take a look at it. Mark, they released a picture of Ugas, and a lot of people, which are really credible fight fans, think that Ugas was in on it. And this is what they think. They handed him the title and said, okay, you're going to hold on to this because at the end, you might have to fight Pacquiao. You know, if we have to pull Spence down and shit. Like I said, these are bargaining chips. These titles are bargaining chips. PBC needs those belts because without those belts, they have no power, bro. They are lackluster. So that's why y'all got to stop watching PBC, man. You know what I'm saying? And I can respect Mark and everyone else saying, yeah, let's give him respect for stepping up, blah, blah, blah. But Ugas knew what the fuck was happening. I don't respect no PBC fighter. And at the same time, me giving them respect because they had to find a replacement and they had to do it, they had no choice. They had no choice. If I was Manny Pacquiao, I would have said, fuck you, I'm gone. That's it. That's what I would have done. I don't respect any PBC fighter after this, bro. And especially the shit that they've been bringing up to us before. They brought us too much bullshit, bro. And this is why, you know what I'm saying? I can respect what everyone is saying. Yeah, you can respect them, no doubt. Got no problems with that. I have no objections. Myself, speaking for myself, I have no patience, no respect, no nothing from PBC. PBC has been one of those things where you keep buying their branded sneakers and they keep promising you that they're good for rough terrain, but every time you fucking take at least a mile with the motherfuckers, the rubber is fucking coming off the bottom of the sole. That's what PVC is to me. Them sneakers that you just keep buying because they look good, but they're trash. That's what PVC is. You know what I'm saying? PVC is like them fucking sneakers that you buy that look good, but then you try to do something rough with them, like walk fucking miles or run, son, in them, or play ball, some shit in them, bro, or work out in them, the fucking rubber comes right off. The foundation is cheap. PVC's foundation is cheap, definitely. So now that I've broken down the word elite, which none of these PVC fighters are, they're not elite, simply because they are a group of persons, right, that are supposed to be exercising a major share of authority or influence, and they are not doing this. By keeping shit in-house and not wanting to cooperate and bring the fight fans what they want, these guys have not joined the elite class. Now, if you look at every other promotions out there, these are elites. These are motherfuckers that come out this motherfucker and actually, share their influence, by offering title shots and just basically, how do you say, honoring contracts. You know what I'm saying? Exercising their authority and sharing it. None of these guys are doing it in PBC. They are not elite. A strap don't make you elite. It's how many were right? The XJ 900s, Jeff. This is elite. Everything that I said here within the meaning of elite. So you got a group of persons which are champions, not from PBC, but let's just say from Matchroom or from Top Rank, all right? They're a group of persons that actually exercise a major share of authority and their influence. The major share of authority is that they share the authority of agreeing to, making a contract, going ahead with it, and sharing their influence by giving the title shot. They're not doing this over at PBC. I don't care who you are. You can't go around calling these motherfuckers elite when they're not doing anything that describes the word elite. There's no difference. They are a bunch of divas, bacon and eggs, no doubt. My man Andre says, by keeping the belts, they keep the margin of negotiation. Bingo. Bingo. PBC is for casuals. And that's who they're fooling. And the proof is in the pudding, because when they come to my live or Mark's live or anyone else's live, Rosklat's live, what's the first thing they do, bro? They put down the fighters that are worth. And they try to big up and place on a mantle over these guys that are actually fighting. They want to put these PBC fighters over all of them. I mean, look at this fucking guy, fucking JFL, right? Just fucking lame. Biggest Danny Garcia cocksucker ever. Talking about he's still undefeated. Talking about he's this. Talking about he's that. That's what PBC is full of. Non-educated fighters and non-educated boxers. These fighters are not educated at all, son. They're pulling out, going against fucking veterans. These motherfuckers are accidentally fucking headbutting each other because their footwork ain't right. These motherfuckers skipping. They don't even have a ranking. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Don Ramon says, yeah, JFL's a fucking idiot. I call him just fucking lame. Don Ramon says, ain't supporting that crap now. If Pacquiao was fighting in the Zone or ESPN, I would support it. Exactly, brother. That's where Pacquiao has to go. If he's gonna do anything after he takes the strap, he's gotta find even ground with Terrence Bud Crawford and fight Crawford. Don't return to PBC. Do not give them the chance to even talk you into bringing that belt back. We have to dismantle PBC from the fucking titles, bro, in the welterweight division. Look how much of a hard time these motherfuckers are having when Fury took that title. When Fury took that title from Wilder, we were like, yes! Not because he won. But because he won, and we knew that the boxing politics around the WBC fucking championship would have thrown more opportunities for us to see more fighters contend for that, and more, and the champion of that fucking, you know what I'm saying, defending. But and then of course Fury lied, swayed us. Wilder lied, bitch complained, swayed us, fired Mark Breland, disrespected the fight fans. See that? You see that? This is why these motherfuckers are not elite over on that side of the street. What elite motherfucker separates himself from other elite fighters if they're so elite? Can someone answer that question? Can someone answer that question? How does an elite fighter cross the street, go and tell the other elite fighters you're on the wrong side of the street? That alone right there is business talk. So basically to you, even though they're getting more money than you, being on their side of the street, the original side of the street, just because you crossed over, you want to do your own thing, everything they're doing is wrong now? Have you fucking idiots over at PBC along with fucking Al Heyman, have you guys even taken a thought and ask yourself this question? Boxing as a whole. Boxing needs participation from both fucking fighters. Champion contender, or contender versus contender, or champion versus champion. Action personification is needed. How is it that you're crossing the street, showing us your little bit of action personification, but you won't show us the full meaning of action personified, like these guys that were on the proper street do? Nakatani, Loma, right? For Christ's sake, Tiafimo, Bud Crawford, GGG, Canelo, right? We're on this side of the street, the boxing side. So you guys cross the street, and now we're supposed to what? Follow? You so-called elite fighters who have separated yourself from other elite fighters in order for you to fight elite fighters to be called elite. How are these PBC fighters elite, ladies and gentlemen? Sanctus says, elite fighters don't care about your street, hood, or country. They go where you at and whoop your ass. That's simple. Word up, Sanctus. Word up. Roscoe says, that's why PBC played Castano. Yup, because they wanted to keep having two champions, and now they have to face their mandatory and no immediate rematch. Exactly. And what's sad about this is we have respect for motherfuckers like Castano. He is on the wrong side of the street. That's what you guys didn't think about, huh? That the moment the fight fans woke up and saw that the so-called elite separated themselves from the elite here, you've got a couple of fighters there that don't really look good with y'all because they look better than y'all. I hope and pray that Castano crosses that street, comes over here, where real boxing is, where the real elite are. Not them fucking phony fugazi motherfuckers that fucking call a crystal a diamond. And I'm not done yet. Because now we've got the WBC fucking shit up. Now the WBA want to be the WBC. Let me tell the IBF something. And I'm going to be real frank, even though my name is Jay. You stupid motherfuckers better strip Errol Spence Jr. if he takes more than a year to recover. We're tired of this shit. We're tired of hostage negotiations for titles. We're tired of championship droughts. We're tired of crowned champions not being crowned, or champions that are champions not being seen. We're sick of it, PBC. We're sick of it, IBF. We're sick of it, WBA. We're sick of it, WBO tries. We're sick of it, man. We're so sick of it. And I, for one, am not agreeing with anything that's coming from that side of the street that they've made. That side of the street doesn't even have the proper road signs to lead the motherfuckers the right way. No stop signals, nothing. It's just one big fucking street in an intersection of boxing that's causing major accidents, bro. And PBC got to go. L says they got these casuals thinking Tank is fighting elite fighters. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Talk about, oh, he's really the legit. How is he the really, real, legit champion at 140 when Josh Taylor is unified and undisputed, bro? You know what I'm saying? Unitron, welcome, brother. He says, somebody says Spencer will be back into full training after 4 weeks. That means the retinal tear is a lie. Exactly, brother. I said this. Yes. Yes. Yes, my brother. Yes. This is why I cannot respect Ugas. I can't respect anybody from PBC, bro. The only one I can respect here is Manny because they're trying to fuck him over. It's clear as day. I don't respect anybody from PBC. Nobody. Otherwise than that, I'll be back tonight with the panel 4 horsemen, Electro Jed, OG Goldust Boogie, Big Van Brian Hawkin, and myself, the Macho Man, Smoke Savage, aka the Jedi. 10 p.m. tonight, Elbows of the 80s. That's right. Elbows of the 80s. Tonight, 10 p.m., right on this channel. I'll see you guys. And remember, God bless. Gain more knowledge to become wiser. And stay vigilant, fellas. Peace.